Welcome back to RatioTrading.com's online, ongoing series of micro webinars. And today we're looking at tools that you can use to help identify legs so you know where to draw your fibs. One of the great places to start is using a tool called a zigzag indicator. And that zigzag indicator will help you by identifying more clearly where the highs and lows are and where the actual legs to draw the fibs are. And we can see, rolling forward and rolling back, that the computer will actually assist you in drawing in where these legs are that we can then go back and apply fibs to. If we use this indicator, we can see that depending on the platform that you're using, there are abilities to change how big of a leg we want to look for. And by adjusting the span, we can control how small and get a lot of little zigzags, or we can go out to a 4 or a 5 and get even bigger legs depending on what it is we're looking for. So we'll stay with a 4 because a 4 seems to capture most of these legs. When we have that, I want you to go back and in your trading now, confirm what you're seeing. Confirm these legs and then draw them in yourself. And the zigzag is a powerful tool for doing that and going back. And then you can actually come back to your indicator list and take that tool off and see what you have left. See how you did comparing it to or applying that tool. Once you have that tool, then we can go back and start using our extensions and retracements. And in this case, when we took out this low, we expected resistance where? Well, we had this leg here, right? So we should have seen resistance at the 162, and at least let's make sure that we have that line exactly where it needs to be. And we do in fact see what? The sellers that were short up here covering their positions on this leg right here. Okay, well, they put in a lower high, and now what? Attack this position here. So we have a new chapter in the story, and we can come back and now what? Address this high, this low, and come back and reattach it. Well, where's the 162 this time? This time the market moves how many ticks? The 162 is at 2350. The low goes in at 22. So it stops, pushes through an actual 1.5 beyond that, and then finally retraces. But look at how it just sort of comes back, bounces up, retraces back to that level, and then flies away. So the legs help us tell an ongoing story of where people should be taking profit and where people will potentially get in and drive down to. We can roll back and do the same thing on different days and tell stories at different times of the day. And again, just look for a leg and get in the habit. Practice this. Do it 50, 100 times. Another leg, a lower high. And then now, where do we expect profit takers to come in? Where do we expect resistance? Go back, get your extension tool, low, high, low, and then move over and see. Where was profit taken? You will almost always see activity at the 127 and then at the 162. Those two levels are extremely powerful. In a strong trend, you'll see bigger movement at the 162. In a weaker trend and lower volatility, people want to get out at the 127. But you can't draw these fibs until you learn how to A, draw the legs, and then B, do what? Draw the extensions. So let's look for one more example. If we come back here, we see a leg. Clearly this comes up And then we get a lower low, a lower high, and then a lower low. But now we come back and we do what? We test this high. But we have a tool that tells us where to expect resistance. And we do the same thing that we've been doing in all these videos so far. Low, high, low. Draw it out. Where's the 162? Where's the 1414? Where's the 127? You can see initial resistance at each one of the levels, and then it what? Crumbles down. So now we have a new chapter in the story, and so on and so forth. Here's a leg. Comes up. Here's a leg. Do we see that story being told out with these fibs? Come back here, do the same thing. Draw your extensions. 162, bottom of that leg. Pull back. So over and over and over again, you'll see this extension tool useful in telling the story of why the charts are moving the way they're moving. Begin to understand how to use these tools by A, learning how to draw legs in the charts and the time frames you're watching, and then B, systematically applying the extension tool all over the place. Get used to it, understand how to use it and where those reactions occur. Simply go to ratiotrading.com. Scroll down to the right-hand side of the screen and click on the guest link. Once the page changes, be sure to go to the coupon box to enter number 618, enabling you to take this trial for free. Then simply put your first, last name, and email address in the proper boxes. Scrolling down, you'll see an area that allows us to learn a little bit more about you. But if you don't want to share that information, that's okay too. Scroll down to the bottom and click Submit to receive your registration email and confirmation logon instructions.